Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I know it's been like a very long time, but I am so glad to be back. I am definitely in a new setup than I was a year ago, but enough talking, we're going to get into the new video. So today's video is, as you can tell by the title, is nothing super shady. It is just if you want to replace your Morphe James Charles palette, which I actually have right here. So I can actually compare for you guys. I have 10 dupes, or not dupes, but I have 10 like replacements. Even if you don't have the palette, if you were thinking about getting it, if you don't want to get it, if you want like cheaper alternatives, like the whole shebang is here. I'm gonna tell you, I have 6 of these palettes with me, and 4 of them I'm gonna insert pictures. And I think about 4 of these are more expensive than a James Charles palette. So I think the other 4 is whether you want to buy the Morphe palette or not, or whether you like this palette or you don't. So yeah, let's get into it. I have a very hard time using this palette. I will still use it, but I didn't use it that much before the sister scandal, so it's not going to get any more love than it did before. After the sister scandal, it's just going to sit in my collection, honestly. So the first palette I'm gonna name, this palette here, this is the Cara Beauty ES2 palette. I got this actually before the James Charles Morphe came out, trying to get a dupe for the 35B. So this is this palette, and I will show the site and on like all that good stuff and the price. I got this on Hush, but Hush doesn't exist anymore. The lighting is not really good right now, but I'll make sure I can just like tweak it. But this is the palette. This is the Cara Beauty. I'll insert a picture of it if you can't really see it that well, if I can't get it to I'll insert a picture of this if I cannot get the lighting to adjust well. But yeah, this is this. And this has amazing blues, purples, greens, and pinks. The only thing I have to say is the yellow isn't that pigmented. But next is the Creative Me palette, which I've used. I think I've used this on my channel before. This is an old, dusty, rusty palette. They have better packaging with this palette now. This was $14. This is from Coastal Scents. I love this palette. The pigmentation is bomb. Like, the pan sizes are pretty good. They are interchangeable. I'm trying, like, not. They pop out and you can see the shade on the back of them. Like, this is what I used before. This is my first colorful palette ever. So this is, like, a really affordable dupe. This is actually more expensive. Nope. This is cheaper. This is $14. And I believe this is $16 or $18. Next palette I have to show you is the ProFusion Festival palette. And this is $12. This is a really good colorful palette. The pigmentation on this one is bomb. If I was to recommend any of these, I would recommend this one first. Just because I've never had a problem with any of these shadows. I'm this way. Why am I going this way? The frame is this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've never had a problem with any of these shadows. But these don't have, like, okay, these don't have any reds in them, though, like the other palettes do, and, like, the shimmers are really bomb, and you probably can't see them, and I don't have autofocus, so that's not happening, but this is, like, a really bomb palette. Next is the Beauty Glazed palette. You can get this on Amazon or AliExpress. This really shiny. It's really sparkly. So the light is going to treat it like tinfoil because it's basically how it acts. But let me open this up for you. This was $9. You can see that really good. I'm holding it in front of my face. These are like this is like, the light is going to treat this like tinfoil, guys. I'm not lying. I'm going to insert pictures of all this. I think this is like not exactly your James Charles Morphe palette, but It has your red, yellow, pink, purple, blue, green, and orange. So, in your neutrals, so it has like your colors, your base colors that you would want, and it has good shimmers, and it has really good colors in it. So I would recommend this. Anyways, it's not, like I said, these aren't going to be exact dupes. These are more going to be like alternative colorful palettes, which you may like, you may not. But the cool thing is that these are like so far like $9-10, you know, $14, so you can buy multiple of these and you have like a whole bunch of colors. Cool. Okay, next, this is like the second to last thing I have like in my hand, like here with me. This is the Makeup Revolution London Reloaded Marvelous Mattes palette. Boom. I have to insert a picture of this too, because I promise you the camera is not going to do this shit justice. But these is like your primary colors, your not primary colors too, but it's basically like your rainbow colors. And then it has your white and your black. It has a peach color. It has, you can't really see that, but it's like a mauve. And I swatched them, and they are like really good. So why am I going this way? The frame isn't this way. It is this way. They're like really, really good. So I really, really recommend this palette, and this is $7. So this is the cheapest out of all. Whew, this next palette is by Colored Rain, and this one was $49, but they have a lovely thing called Afterpay you can use, that I use to get this palette. And this is like the best palette ever, formula wise, in my collection. I love it. And these are all mattes, and this is like 10 times better than the James Charles Morphe personally. And yeah, camera's like really washing this shit out. I know I'm gonna sound annoying if you can actually see the colors once I edit this video, but right now I'm just gonna complain, because if I cannot get these to look good, I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, because there's nothing I can do. Like, my lights are just really bright, and that's just gonna kind of how it's gonna be. But yeah, it has your purples, your blues, your I'm looking at my my director, my computer screen, my monitor. It has one yellow. This is like a, I don't know. This is a red. This is a pink. And these are like two oranges. This is, you can't really see it right now. I can't really see it. But like, these are like the two prettiest colors fucking ever. So this is $49. Totally worth the buy. This is from Colored Rain, black owned brand. Love them. And now we're going to get into the palettes I don't have, but you know, the good recommendations. So yeah, let's get okay, so we are back. And 4 palettes. 3 of these I think are on the higher end side. One of them I don't know the price of, so I cannot tell you, but I think it's like $39. So it's higher, but we're not going to start there. We're going to start with the Forest Shack. Oh, fuck, I need to go to sleep. The Makeup Shack. The new Rainforest palette. It's not new, but this is it. Now I'm gonna put a picture up, and just for like my reference, I'm gonna, you know, do this. But it has like, it's really similar to, I don't like picking this thing up because it's big, and there was no way I could like put 2 palettes in frame. But it's really similar. Like, the layout is really similar, but the colors aren't. It's just that lime green makes it look really similar. But this is like the most similar-ist that you're gonna get to the James Charles Morphe, and it's like $10 or $12 or something like that. And you can use the coupon code. I prefer you use the code ROSIO. I don't have a code, so. We also have Certifieye. This is a Tropical Wonders palette. Yeah, okay. Since you wanna play that game. This is a Tropical Wonders palette. I don't have this palette, because shipping is fucking crazy, but it is like, it's cute, and it has every color of the rainbow. I turned the brightness back up. It has every color of the rainbow that you could ever want, and I've heard really good things about it, so I think that's on the higher end side, definitely. I think it's about $30 or $40. Pounds, euros, I'm not really sure, but it, like, US dollars is around 30 or 40. Next is I'm going fast with this because I don't have these palettes, so I can only like speak on the color, but I want them. This is the StacyMarie Be Perfect Carnival palette, and this is also another really good colorful palette to have. My brightness is all the way down. This is really another good colorful palette to have. I personally think that it's one of the top colorful palettes to have. I hear a lot about it and I really want it, and I'll put the price somewhere on the screen because nobody reads description boxes anymore unless they want to, but I will like link everything down below. And this last one is Ruby May Cosmetics, and this is definitely like the epitome of a rainbow palette. It is really, really cute, and I think that this will be a really good replacement for the James Charles palette, for the colorful side. What I do want to mention that I didn't mention in the beginning of this video is that when I say the dupe for the Morphe James Charles palette, I'm mainly talking about these really colorful shades right here. The rest of the shades I'm not really referring to because there's not a lot of eyeshadows. There's not a lot of eyeshadow palettes that have those combinations. And B, a lot of people are just looking for the colorful part because a lot of people already have the neutral part. So I'm just like, how can we get similar? Because if I was going to show you how we're going to get the, like, if you want like a similar neutral, this is basically, this is ABH Soft Glam. This is the whole entire neutral part of James Charles palette. So if you have ABH Soft Glam, or if you have like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, or if you have any neutral palette ever, any like the Give It To Me Straight by ColourPop, if you have anything at all that's a neutral, you're okay. If you've been contemplating getting this palette and you want my advice, if you love James Charles and you want to get it, you should get it, but I don't know because I don't really like the palette like that, and I think it's, look at the camera. I don't really like the palette like that, and it's really large, and I don't know. It's not my favorite. So I personally wouldn't recommend it. I recommend one of the 10 palettes I just showed you. But yeah, that is basically it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. You can give it a like and comment what palette was your favorite that I mentioned. If you have any of these palettes, if you would like to try any. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope to be back soon with another video. I have a few ideas, and I'm getting the new ColourPop palette in the mail soon. So I do want to do a look with that. So yeah. And if you wanted to know what I did my eyes with, it was the Burger palette by Glamlight. Yeah, I use this. This is not a dupe for the James Charles Morphe because even though it's colorful, it's just like a regular palette. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.